Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about roses that have fragrance. I often get asked about roses, whether they have any scent or not. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to show you the roses that have fragrance. We're going to start with the ones that have the strongest scent and then work our way down. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so the roses that I feel has the strongest scent in my garden is Mr. Lincoln. And I know that a lot of people are familiar with Mr. Lincoln. Mr. Lincoln is a Weeks rose, not a David Austin rose. So if you're looking for a rose that has strong scent and is beautiful, Mr. Lincoln is for you. The next rose that I'm going to talk about, as you can see here, is my Sun Sprite. So my Sun Sprite is in transition right now. I did some deadheading, cleaning it up and getting rid of the ones that have died already. And you can see that Mr. Sun Sprite is starting to have some more new buds. But Sun Sprite has a nice fragrance. So if you want another rose, a yellow rose, that is a prolific bloomer, I would recommend Sun Sprite. It's gorgeous. And it's a Weeks rose also. So let's move this direction. Now I have a few roses here that are still blooming, and I will try to keep an eye on those roses and see if we can feature them again. So the next rose that I would like to feature, actually I was going to talk about Boscobel, but Boscobel has a light fragrance. So the next rose that I'm going to talk about that has a very strong scent is Life of the Party. And this is another Weeks rose. And Life of the Party, you can just pass by and you can already smell the sweet fragrance from Life of the Party. It's gorgeous. And now the other rose, probably one of my favorite rose that has a really nice fragrance, a very strong fragrance, is Violet's Pride. And Violet's Pride is looking so nice. Look at all the blooms it has. I'm going to go to the other side so you can see the other side as well. So Violet's Pride has a very strong, sweet scent. And this is another Weeks rose. So you can see some of the pattern going on here. Most of my Weeks rose has this strong fragrance. The David Austin rose have very light scent to me. Now, I want to talk about, scent and how people perceive some roses in a different way. For example, my husband could smell a particular rose and he says, oh, this has a nice scent. And then I would smell it and then I can't smell anything, and vice versa. I would smell something and he can't smell it. For some reason, that strange phenomena happens to people. It becomes a subjective opinion of which rose has a strong scent. But back to Violet's Pride. Violet's Pride, I think, you can't argue about the strong scent on Violet's Pride. And it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. I know some people might not like purple flower. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so I love this rose because it's, number one, it's purple. Number two, it is fragrant. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this direction and talk about Princess Alexandra of Kent. Princess Alexandra of Kent has these bunches of bloom that has just happened, I think, and I didn't even notice it until today because I was cleaning up the garden and I said, oh my goodness, Princess Alexandra has bloomed without me noticing it. Look at all this bloom right here. So Princess Alexandra is a David Austin rose, and it does have this light scent. It's not very strong, but it does have a light scent. Gorgeous. I love Princess Alexandra Kent. Somebody had asked about Celestial Night. This is Celestial Night right here, and wanted to know if Celestial Night has any fragrance. And I put my nose on one of the flower and I could not smell anything. It is beautiful though. I mean, if you are looking for a rose just to kind of buy it for the color and for its beauty, then I would recommend Celestial Night. It's not, it doesn't have a lot of scent. Okay, so the next one that I would like to talk about that has a light fragrance is Sceptered Isle. It does have a sweet smell. Not very strong, but it does have a sweet smell. Gorgeous. The other rose that I would like to talk about that has a light scent is Jude the Obscure. Jude the Obscure is taken off this year. I have all of these gorgeous blooms. Jude the Obscure. So we have Jude the Obscure right next to Sceptered Isle. So they are both scented, lightly scented. And then the other one that has a light fragrance is Boscobel. There's another Boscobel right next to Jude the Obscure. It's a nice color combination there. Okay, so I'm going to take you to the field of my wild roses because there is a rose there that has a very strong fragrance. A couple of them, I think. But before we get there, I want to show you guys my lily. Look at my lily. It is blooming. To talk about lily, I tried to get rid of the lily in this box. And, I pulled a lot of the bulbs, and it's unbelievable that they came back in mass, in greater number. Anyway, it's gorgeous. Okay, so there's a couple of roses here that has some fragrance to it. This one right here is Hot Cocoa. Does have light fragrance, and I believe it's a week's rose. And then I have this rose called Sentimental, and another week's rose, and it does have a light fragrance. And then this one right here that I do not have a name for, and it's called, I think somebody had said that it looks a lot like Sweet Madame, but this one has a nice fragrance as well. The flower is huge. Okay, so the other one that I want to show you while we're here is Barbara Streisand, another week's rose. I don't know what's happening with Barbara Streisand. It's been falling over. It's gotten so big and it's falling over. So Barbara Streisand is the other rose that has a nice scent. Okay, a couple more roses that have a light scent is another David Austin. It's called Gentle Hermione. Very light fragrance on this one. And the other one is, I have to be careful, it's got some thorns there. Eglantine. Eglantine has this nice scent actually. As I'm touching it right now, I can smell it. Here's another eglantine right here. It's a gorgeous flower. Here's another one. Okay, I have one last rose that I want to show you, and it is a week's rose called Pop Art, and it is really nice and fragrant. Not only is it fragrant, look at the flowers on this one. They are just gorgeous. Look at that. So this is Pop Art. Beautiful. And this is one of my roses that has been planted in the pot. I will probably be transferring this in the ground at the end of the season, but it is beautiful. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.